Hey guys, what's going on? It's Corey Vanderplu at Corey Photo on Twitter and Instagram. Today we're going to jump into a real quick tip from a subscriber question. So let's just jump right into it. So we got Matthew Chen here coming off my liquify video saying, hey Corey, groundbreaking tips here. Loving the painting it back idea starting from 330 and how you can paint it back or paint it in. Curious if you have any tips on unique situations where you're making an arm smaller, but it's not against a negative space where you can just paint back the sky or the background. It's against the body. Since you're contracting the arm within itself, you really quickly run into the arm again when painting back detail. Any ideas around this? Thanks so much. So here are 3 images. I simply just cropped out the model's head. I don't want to show any embarrassing before photos. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. But let's just start right away. So all you got to really do is take your background layer, duplicate it so you're not messing with anything, and Shift Apple X. And then what you're going to do is take your pucker tool and just take a really big brush and just do some small clicks. Really very simple. Almost too simple. Granted, if I was using the pucker tool and moving it, you'd see that the backgrounds would move. You see the Kardashians get in trouble like this a lot when the background is warped. But the pucker tool really is the simplest way, especially if you want to do something like this. I mean, it makes quite a difference. If you go to another image here, again, duplicate your layer, Shift Apple X, and say you wanted to make this arm smaller. Granted, there's nothing wrong with the size of these. I'm just simply using these photos as a technique. I really wouldn't do anything. If I was really liquifying this, really all I would do is make these lines smoother. I would help her out here just to make the line nice and smooth, but I mean, I wouldn't really liquify anything here. But again, if you did want to make something smaller, this is a great example because the arm's right in the middle of the body. And all you would do is some small clicks, and boom, you're done. And you see it does make quite a difference, and it doesn't really affect anything. Do one more image here. You see the Calvin Klein logo might get skewed if I were to mess with it. So if I'm trying to use just the simple warp tool, and I try to make this, you see it does get warped. It does look good, but that's not what we're learning here today. What we're learning here is I'm going to make this line a little bit nicer, and then simply just use the big pucker tool. I mean, it's really the easiest way to make an arm simple. And that's really it. Nice, quick, simple tip. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any tips or questions, feel free to leave it in my community section. Feel free to reach out or just simply leave a comment. And happy shooting. Cheers.